our New Delhi leaders' declaration is almost ready.
India's G20 chair announced on Friday that the leaders' statement is almost ready to be presented to those attending the weekend summit. India, which holds the rotating presidency of the group of 20 major economies, is hosting the event. And a consensus on the final document is key to its success. Leaders began arriving in New Delhi on Friday for the annual gathering, as negotiators struggled to bridge differences over the war in Ukraine, seeking to build consensus for the successful summit that India wants. In preparation, the bustling city of 20 million has been brought to a standstill. City authorities have demolished slums, and monkeys and stray dogs have been removed from the streets. Markets, stores and restaurants were shut, schools were closed and traffic restricted. Shopkeepers have told local newspapers that they would lose about $48 million because of the three-day closure. But the gathering risks being derailed by deep and entrenched divisions over Russia's war, hurting progress on issues such as food security, debt distress, and cooperation on climate change. It is also expected to be dominated by the West and its allies. Russia's Vladimir Putin won't be at the summit, with Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov attending instead. And China's Xi Jinping is also skipping the meeting, with Premier Li Qiang going in his place. The hardened stance on the Ukraine conflict has prevented agreement on even a single communiqué at the ministerial meetings during India's G20 presidency so far this year. It is left to the leaders, if possible, to find a way around and present a united statement. Sources told Reuters the main sticking point is the language in the leaders' declaration on the war. Western countries want a strong condemnation of the invasion as a condition for agreeing to a Delhi declaration. India has suggested that the G20, while condemning the suffering caused by Russia's invasion, also reflect Moscow and Beijing's view that the forum is not the place for geopolitics.
We also remain committed to support for Ukraine.
US Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said Washington is willing to work with India to help craft a joint statement, but it would be a challenge. European Council President Charles Michel echoed that view.
Proposed by President Zelensky.